Alright, Alico3 here. Today is going to be a batch from the Mailbin. To the left, we've got a couple stacks here. We'll start off with these and go from there. So off we go. Start with this cool Hank Aaron. I'm going to push these aside. That's neat. That's 71. That's in a 7. Of course, we've got the black borders, which can make this set pretty difficult, and higher grade examples sell for huge premiums. This one's a 7, so it's definitely a nice copy. I'll keep this one for the Hank Tops registry. More vintage. It's a 73 Willie Mays. I think this is his last year, right? So 73. And an 8. And these are in the lighthouse, so I'm thinking they were just slabbed. Maybe they were reholdered. I don't know. But this one looks pretty good for an 8. It's centered. Not bad at all. Here's a lot. So a couple lots coming up. Moncada lot. So it came with the purple refractor, which is like a $15, $20 card. The whole lot was like 25, so got all these chromes and then all these papers. I thought it was a decent deal. So some slab cans of Moncada. Oh, there's a Vic back here. That's the game jersey one. Yeah, that's to 1,000. It was like $1 plus shipping. That's a steal. Miguel Amaya lot. He's a top 100 prospect for the Cubs. So I think there's like some chromes and papers, then a camo or something. So there's some raw stuff, raw 80s rookies in this batch. You know, the 20 Gwyn top sells for anywhere $5 to $10 shipped raw, so that's kind of the price range on this card. I think when you buy this card raw, you're gonna get cards in like the 6 to 8 range most often, and that's kind of what I've seen. You're not, the odds of getting a 10 just shipped to you, I think they're almost 0, but I think you could get a 9. I don't know where the 10s come from on that card, because I've dealt with it a lot. I've never really seen a 10, but they're out there. Hank 68. This was listed as VGEX. It looks pretty good. And it looks about what it was listed, but look at the centering on that puppy. It was $9 plus shipping, unless that's a crease on the front. That kind of takes it down. I think that's a crease. That kind of drops it down to like a 3. This is a cool lot. So we got the Bowman Chrome International. And the base Bowman. So a couple David Ortiz's from 1998. I'm trying to bulk up my David Ortiz PSA collection. I'm looking anything 97 to about 2001. Here's an Alex lot. I guess we'll flip through. Got the Star Rookies, of course. Classic Sports. Collector's Choice. Sport Flicks is kind of interesting. And then some 95 stuff. So just a cheap little Alex lot. 92 Bowman Pedro. This is cool. These are around $5 shipped. That is such a sweet card for $5. So we'll have to see if it's slabbable. So this is what Beckett. So I think it was about a year or two ago, Beckett came out with a new program where they would slab cards and not put the subgrades on. And this is one of those cards. I think it looks kind of cool without the subgrades, but that's just me. So this is a 9.5 Lindor, and it was really cheap, so I'm just gonna snap it and send it to PSA. Looks good from inside the holder. Another 83 Topps Gwyn's here. There's a lot of multiples in this batch, so bear with me here. Here's a Tony 83. 60-40 centering, right to left. Top to bottom looks pretty good. Quick glance, it looks like about a 7. It might look better on camera from where you guys are seeing it, but it's just different when you're holding the cards in person. This was a Roger Clemens lot, so there were 2 Fleers. He actually has an 84 Fleer too, which would be the XRC. And 1 Donruss. That's the 85 Donruss. Some more vintage slab stuff. This is a really cool one. This is 68 Topps Maze. I'm going to slot this right into my Maze registry. And I don't know what I have. I think I have a 7 of this card, so I'll probably sell the 7 and put the 8 in there. Beautiful Maze. It's in an old holder too. Wander Franco. It's a Bowman lot, so there's 5 of these base Bowmans. They're about $250 a card. Here's a football card. Torrey Holt. That's the SPX. Graded mint 9 with a pretty bold auto, which is nice to see in this set. It's out of 1999. But beautiful Holt. Future Hall of Famer there. Here's a David Ortiz. Promising forecast. Old, Fleer Tradition 98, I believe. Yeah. So 2nd year Ortiz. This is definitely a slab can, so it looks pretty good. I'd be going for a 9 or a 10 if I sent this in. So promising forecast. Here's a cool Pete Rose. 66 Topps in a 7. Of course it's off centered, but the back looks really good on this one. So nice sharp 66-7 Rose. And then another Pete. So this card looked really, really good. It looked more like a 9. That scratches on the case there. But this is what I think took it down to an 8. See that little I don't know what it is, like a print dot, I think, in the S there. So I mean, I think that takes away from the card a lot. Because it's actually centered really well. So an 8 on that one. I think that was about $50 shipped. Here's Chipper. Just a low end Chipper Topps. 95. It's cool. Cool photo. That's why I bought the card. Because the photo's neat. A couple of these Fernando Tatis Jr.'s. His stuff's dropped just a little because he got hurt. So it's a nice time to swipe in and grab some. That's the 2016 Bowman Chrome Prospect rookie. It's not a rookie technically, but to a lot of collectors it is. Or you can just call it his first Bowman. I don't know. Here's another Maze. The 73 Maze. So I think we saw an 8, and here's a 7.5. They look pretty similar to me. So 7.5 Maze. 2015 Topps update, Francisco Lindor. I think there's 10 of them here. So I actually was fortunate enough to get one of these cards shipped to me with the sparkle under the glove. It's like a little star. It's really weird, but the product code's also different. But it's like a $300 card. So I had it listed in my store, and I took it out and then relisted it as the SSP. So that's just something to note. If you do come across one with the little star and under the glove, it's a good one. So 10 of these. Rivers. This case has like yellow tint going on, but 04 Bowman Phillip. So it's just a small amount of football. I'm just kind of not in the mood for football. Basketball, definitely not in the mood. The playoffs to me are just boring because you already know who's going to win the championship, so takes away a lot of the suspense. 83 Donruss. Here's Tony Gwynn. And these were like, I don't know, this collector just didn't really take care of his cards. They're in like these old cases without soft sleeves, so that happens sometimes when you buy cards. You get the jaundice cases. And then here's Tony Gwynn. I think these were all part of the same lot. I mean, one of these is really beat up. It's got like crease corners, and I was like, come on, man, you gotta put that in the listing. So a couple Fleers. I don't know if those are going to be slab cans. I don't think they are. Roger. But yeah, if I list these in the store, you know, and I see something like that corner right there, see how that's got a dent? I'll list it as like NM, which is around like 7 shape, and I'll put like in parentheses corner or something, so buyers know what they're getting. But if the item's just near mint, that's the kind of the condition I think it's in. I usually don't put anything in the listing. Couple Fleers. So Fleer Clemens. Here's some more Tatises. The Bowman Chrome one. Okay, so these were from New England Sports Cards. And it's like a 25 card lot of the Bonds 87 Donruss opening day. And they like stuff like 8 of these or 7 or 8 of these into these without soft sleeves. And then they just ship it. I think they use like a rubber band. So I think they're sloppy shippers. But I guess they have a lot of stuff to go through, so they're in a hurry. But just my opinion on that. Okay, here's the big card of this batch. It's the Acuna Prospect Auto from 17 Bowman. This is the refractor to $4.99. It's a PSA 10, so definitely slick. It's got good shine to it. This is the first time I've had any of the Prospect Autos of Acuna. So I guess we'll look at that one a little bit longer. It's pretty sweet. I'm trying to think of what this card was worth when it first came out. I'm thinking there was definitely some hype for Acuna when the product dropped a couple years ago. I think his base was around 100 to 150 prospect autos. This would have been like 200 to 250. It's not like his prospect auto was ever like $10. It always had value. It's just crazy value now. Pete Rose. Here's a 69 and a 7. I'm always snatching up Pete's. So this 7 is a little off-centered. That corner is a little... And then these two back corners. So to me, this is a pretty weak 7. So I don't know if I end up keeping it. Always look at the card, not the grade, right? Tony Gwynn Topps. One day I'll get one of these slabbed to 10. Then I'll retire from collecting. Mantle. So this is a 3. I don't mind the low grade stuff. To me, the card looks great to me. It's even centered. I think the reason it's got a 3 is because these corners are kind of peeled up and pushed in a lot. See those bottom corners? And that's pretty common with 3s. It just kind of shows the wear and aging of a card of this age. I mean, should have. It's not like they were putting these in soft sleeves from the pack back then. So a cool 3 of the 63 Topps Mantle. Devers. I mean, he hasn't hit. He's only got a couple home runs, but his average is like 335. He's playing very well for Boston right now. Boston's coming around right now. So very cool Devers orange. This is like a second year prospect to 25 orange refractor. And then Tatis. This was a decent price. I mean, it's still expensive because it's Tatis, but the sky's the limit for him. So PSA 9 prospect auto. When you buy these prospect autos raw, they're all scratched up almost every time. So that's just something to note. So I'm kind of trying to buy them in PSA 9s and 10s. Just because I think when they're that scratched up, they're just 8s. And if you want an 8 of a prospect auto, that's fine. I don't think a lot of people do, though. Mookie. Here's the chrome from 14. Base chrome. And then Topps Update. That's a pretty big card. It's like $100, $125 card in a 10. Can't remember the raw price. I think it was around 30. And then this was listed as low grade, I think. So, and it looks like there was a piece of tape on it, so it's, I don't think it's a slab can. It's still a neat card, though. It looks like it was taped up onto something, because the tape looks like it was peeled off the surface. I don't know how PSA would deal with that, but 59 Topps Hank, still a neat card, regardless. Really tough set. 93 Upper Deck, Series 2. Here's the Man Ram. And that pup's in a 9. Cool photo. Neat set. Of course, it's got the Derek Jeter. But if you do try to break that stuff, it's all stuck together. So it's a battle to get those cards out. And it's tough to even find a single card that's slabbable. LeBron. So this is another one of those that doesn't have the subgrades. To me, the corners look weak. It looks like it would have been like a 9 corners card. I mean, to me, it looks more like Mint Plus, you know? Little chipping on the edge. It looks more like a Mint card than a Gem Mint. Sandberg. 83 Topps. Love the 83 Topps, right? So here's what a Mint 9 looks like. I don't think any of the Tonys we got look this nice, so great card for like 30, 35 bucks. And then this card's really sweet. So we got in some nice maze cards in this video. So this is a 67. It's in the lighthouse holder. Let's check the back. It's got a little white on the corners, but it is a PSA 8, so that's definitely allowed. Off the center on the back, I mean, it's like 75-25, or maybe worse. Front centering, I'd say it's more like, what do you guys think, 60-40? The top to bottom looks good, though. But beautiful card. It was probably just recently slabbed. I don't know where these cards come from. The people that send in like the 8s of the old cards and the 9s that just pop out of nowhere. It's weird. So that's a nice maze there. And then the last card of the bin is a Moncada. This is 2016 Bowman Chrome. This is the blue. And these, of course, have the dark borders and edges. So commonly you'll see these corners or something just chipped in white or pushed in. And then, of course, look for your surface scratches. Just kind of tilt your card in the direction of a lamp or light, and you'll see all the scratches that come out of it. It's out of 152. So that's it for this one, guys. A nice stack of mail. One huge card and a bunch of older baseball cards. So I guess it's that time of the year again. I'm out. Later.